doing it. Navigate. I've noticed C2s and C4s are... Yeah, I've noticed that too. Because I think they do that because they don't want you getting lucky by accident. You know, that's why they don't want the C1s to necessarily be good. I feel like...
Huh? Do you also
I feel like if you have a character
with
with a good C1,
they look like
it's
they
because
might
they're
run into some
handicapped
kind
at
of trouble.
C0.
Let's go check out what's
You know what I
going
mean?
on.
Like, I feel like if a character has a good C1, they should have had it in their normal kit. Have you done the trial runs? No, I haven't. I should probably do that after this little cutscene.
Still no dice?
Who said that? That's her. She sounded like a little, a boy.
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine already.
Speak again.
Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end. And Fremine, he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
Fremine's the man. I love Fremine.
What about Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
Okay, I guess like that one little line just sounded a bit weird.
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now.
This is getting pretty difficult.
Nadia, Clorinde, what's up?
What's up?
Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear
Guys, we
partners,
just met our
how are
sister.
you
Like,
all
don't you want to
doing?
hear about it?
Huh. Navia?
Huh? Oh, you mean...
Yep, this is our chance.
That's hard to say no to.
Do you need our help with something?
Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that...
Whoa, for
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
Traveler, Pipe, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
Marechaussee what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local roleplay adventure.
Ever heard of the
Okay.
Tabletop Troupe? They put out games that allow you to participate in a story and roleplay characters with your friends.
That could be cool.
Oh, I've loved their stuff ever since I was a kid.
Seems like it's set up for an event, though, not a character
That
class.
sounds super interesting.
Clorinde and I are both veteran members of the club. Recently, someone came up with a new script and was looking for people to help playtest it for them.
Yo, listen, I think I'm getting ahead of myself again, but I think that this would be cool if we kind of just, like, hang out. Like, it's kind of weird how every character quest, there's always, like, you gotta solve a problem and do a thing. It'd be cool to just, like, hang out with them and just do, this game and just play the game with them. Like, I feel like that'd be a cool quest. Instead of being like, oh, no, someone went missing and you guys gotta find them. And it's like, okay. Got it. Have you done the, yes, Utao is handicapped. What if the game is dead? The game's dead and we have to, yeah, bring him back to life? Who guy's not, like, too handicapped? Like, you can play her without her C1, just like with, Arlecchino. Like, she's playable without her C1. You just have to, like, try a little bit harder.
And when they asked, of course I couldn't refuse. I mean, come on. A brand new
Nuve is the same
script?
way. So, like,
Nobody has ever
Hutao,
played it before.
Arlecchino, Nuviolette, like, they require a little bit of, you know, either a shielder or a little bit of changing playstyle, a little bit of actually kind of trying when you use them. But if you get the C1, then you can just, like, spam and become really
Generally
effortless.
speaking, scripts at that level of development have a lot of issues.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us haven't read it.
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4. Ah, yes. We're missing.
So, we just gonna play this game? I think that'd be
you're saying
sick.
You'll help us out? I knew I could count on you.
Paimon and the Traveler are kind of a package deal. Is that okay?
That's not a problem.
Who's the
I'll
third?
adjust the pace based on the actual number of players and ensure that everyone has a good time.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow.
Well, that solves our problem. You have our thanks.
Woohoo! I'll go grab the script manager from...
The script manager? Didn't you just say that you gave Clorinde the script?
I refuse to believe people play Hutao without C1. Is she really that bad?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script. In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. The script manager provides the next... On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes.
Wow, you're right. whoever.
And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how the story will end.
I look forward to experiencing it with you all.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at Chioria Boutique. I'll come over with the script manager as soon as I
The
find
script
them.
manager's gonna be missing, right? So that's what we're gonna go for. Script manager's missing.
Sounds good. Remember to always watch where you're going, and don't rush.
Like a child.
You say that like I'm 6 years
Yeah.
old or something. Let me think. What kind of character should I play that...
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
and stop trying to persuade every animal you come across.
This is like Dungeons and Dragons. Fire bad, so I can't confirm for you. Hey, watch your tone. Don't call Hotel bad. Dude, you are just shitting on Hotel for the past like 15 minutes. Wait, I know we're getting sidetracked here. I'm pretty sure Hotel without her C1 is just like playing Ayaka, right? Her C1 just makes it so it doesn't drain her stamina, right? Well, state activate. Charge attacks do not consume stamina. Yeah, so Hotel at C0 is literally just playing as Ayaka. It's the same playstyle. No, I said she's hard to play without C1. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All the world holds
Oh,
dear
okay, I know
is
what you
but
mean.
a backdrop of
Yeah, okay,
constant
I got,
motion. I
you know, like
stand before
dyslexic
it,
mixes
alone
up
and
letters? I mix
unchanging.
up times sometimes. Mix up times sometimes.
Sorry to keep you
I know
waiting.
know. Yeah, Hotel's a beast, though. Drew, do you only use Hydro characters?
Ah, you're back. Huh? And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you.
What a
Like
pleasant
Mono
surprise.
Hydro? You don't use
I
any,
assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
supercharged or anything?
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop troupe?
I'm more of a casual member, if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette, Fremine, and I play something similar. Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Clorinde simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you a 40% discount on membership fee.
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first, especially when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun. Do you participate in a lot of tabletop troupe?
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the troupe.
Oh!
Right.
Who knew? Who knew?
I knew about that even when
For
she
the
was
most
still my
part, I got Yoi
subordinate.
Me, and I play her with Double Hydra, and I play Super Bloom too. Yo, that's actually not bad. Super Bloom is Nihida and Nilu, right? Where it's just absolutely like insane damage. And yeah, dude, Vape's really good too. So yeah, using Yoimiya or Hutao or Arlecchino in that kind of aspect.
It's nothing.
Wow.
She's all
So
embarrassed.
used to
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally make things difficult for my players. I maintain a clear boundary between my professional and personal lives. The me you see at court represents the law and order of Fontaine. But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. Someone who feels anger and sadness.
Why
just
didn't
like
she say
everyone
like
else.
happiness? Why did she just say somebody feels anger and sadness? Like that's all she feels. Like, are you okay?
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. I've seen you get angry, sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were actually
I was probably...
Is that so? Well, in any case, I just feel like even in your...
So you want to see me cry? That might be a little difficult. A show of anger, though, that might be something I could accomplish.
No.
Farina about to get the smoke. Alright. Now I was gonna come back and be like, oh my god, guys, the script, it is missing. And we're gonna be like, oh no, we must save it. So we can see
I'm back.
Quinn have emotions.
Allow me to introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Hello. Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr. Florian?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club. I occasionally play a few of the roles in my scripts.
I don't have Nahida because she isn't dark skinned. Wait, what? Hoyo messed up on her design, so I have no interest in pulling. Was that a thing? Like, what happened with that? I never heard anything about that. I didn't start playing until 4.0. I'm still very new.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief intro. This script was adapted from the real history of the
Alright, so we have the
Marashose
script.
Hunters.
This is a dub.
You all will play the role of
play some
hunters
games,
from a
boys.
bygone era and resolve a series of events.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Marashose hunters. Is that a problem?
Paimon, you technically weren't even invited. Calm down.
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, Marashose hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting monsters and protecting the city by using a special swordsmanship technique passed down. Their story can be traced back to the... But I'll leave the finer details for you to seek out and discover later.
Alright, we got this.
And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
In that case, brave hunters, are
Yes,
you ready
sir.
to set...
You boys ready?
One sentence and it's like we're in the
Going to
story
go on some
already.
adventures? It's gonna be awesome.
Aha! I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well. Head over to this location.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative.
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue. Huh. Please check all your
Nice.
belongings, everyone, and make sure you
It's like
haven't
we're going on a
forgotten
field
anything.
trip.
Once you're ready, please follow me to the designated...
Sounds good. Hunter Squad?
Let's go. Is it here? Nope, we're teleporting. Let's go. I guess we're running. Is it in the water? Do I have to run all the way, or can I just teleport? I have to run. Unbelievable. And we have stamina. You hate to see it. There we go. This should take us the rest of the way. The reason Sumeru is based off South Asia and other places that home mainly people of color, so for them to make the Archon just another little pale girl just didn't sit right with me. Also, the Darkson's characters are
They
just
really
not
have
great
thought
when
of
it
everything.
comes to
Even the
kids.
Phaetometer
Huh,
is here
that's
and ready to
true.
go for us.
Although Candace got buffed, didn't she?
The Phaetometer. What's that?
It's a card that's used to determine
I
action
heard
success
Candace
or failure.
at C6
We'll need to use
is
it when we try to
very
use certain
good
skills.
with Arlecchino. But yeah, up until Arlecchino, which just came out recently, she wasn't really like usable. Yeah, I wonder why Genshin's like that, because they are very based off of like cultures of each region.
And what about all the dessert and tea? Is that for us as well?
That's what the message said.
Really? That's so nice. It feels just like a tea party with friends. Those snacks have Paimon's name written all over them.
I think you might be more of a snack hunter than a Marashose hunter, Paimon.
Well, that's a good one, Lainey.
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one. The desserts are great.
Don't even get me
But
started on
I'm
Candace.
still looking forward to the story more than anything.
Like a good thing or a bad thing? 'Cause
First,
they
please
did
pick
her
up the
so
blank
dirty.
character cards in front of you, and write down your
Damn.
name and
Dude, her
profession.
character is so sick. Like, I wish she was just, like, really good.
You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
I think, what was it? I was just playing Sino's character quest a couple streams ago. Nero's a big fan of Candace. Big fan.
In this story, everyone is a Marashose hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
Ooh, nice.
As hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default, so there's no need to allocate any additional skill points to those areas.
Swordsmanship? So there's a fighting part to all of this?
Paimon's not sure she can do all that
Are we
on her
gonna
own.
fight within the
Maybe
game?
Paimon can just stick with you?
Why don't you share a character card
Like,
then?
are we actually gonna play this
The
game?
Traveler will be the Marechaussee Hunter.
If it is, I think that this quest is sick.
Kinda
Like,
like
for
in
real
real
though.
life.
Like, if we actually play this game,
So, for the name...
and that's the quest, this quest
Do
is
I
awesome.
fill it out with a name?
Yep. It can be any name you like.
You can use your real name too if you want.
Oh, so it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself.
In that case, I think I'll continue to use the name Linny then.
Where did they get the inspiration from her from? Sorry if I
Next
sound like an
up is the
idiot. I have
skill
no
sheet.
idea, like,
You have a limited
Anything
amount of
that-
skill
that
points
goes
that you
on.
can use to learn a number of skills.
like the inspo from
The
her.
more points you invest in a particular skill,
I'll take persuasion and investigation. Those are must-haves when it comes to missions like these.
Oh, those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence.
Persuasion.
Good
She
idea,
apparently
Navia.
tries to persuade
Just as
all the
expected of a veteran
animals
player.
Graham was talking about in the beginning.
So, should we also take those?
Not necessarily. Since we're working together
choose
as
my
a
own
team,
skills.
for example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of hand.
Oh, I wanted that. to
That
be
will give us
honest.
more options if we run into any situations we can't negotiate.
Oh, interesting.
What are some other options I
I
can
wasn't
pick
thinking
from?
about it like that. I suppose it's not so different from an acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play. Let me see. I'll take arts and performance.
Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, Traveler?
Cooking, medicine, or insight? Why did everyone else get cool skills? And we get cooking, medicine, or insight. Like, we have to go with insight. Oh, we could be a medic. Because there is going to be combat, so to heal everybody would be nice, but that's skill issue. You know what I mean? Just get better. We're going to have insight.
Something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts.
I can do
Sounds
both?
useful. Ooh, so you want to help people when they're injured. So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these two?
You got
let's
this.
see. Oh, looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
If I have to choose
You
cooking, I'm
all
going to be
pick
annoyed.
such classic skills. It's fine to go a little bit out of the...
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon.
Why couldn't we
Doesn't
get
it sound
summoned? That
super
would have been sick.
mysterious and cool?
I love how Clorinde takes this like very seriously. She's like, this means a lot to her. It is awesome. And now he's just like, you know what? Let's cause some shit.
Oh, I saw that one just now as well. The description says this skill can be used under certain circumstances to summon characters or creatures.
The script's world-building rules, huh?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you, and the GM will take care of the rest.
All right, you've convinced Paimon.
She's like,
Let's
you
get
gotta be
started
kidding
then.
me.
Paimon can't wait to see what kind of thing shows up.
Well, now that everyone's more or less finished creating their characters,
Let's go. Yo,
we
that
can
crab's
begin.
coming after our snacks. With this sacred treasure I summoned.
Since
Dude,
two of our players
got
are doing
this.
this for the first time, would you like to play on easy mode or authentic mode?
Boys, which one should we do? Which one should we do? Authentic? You know, mama didn't raise a bitch. I have to dip. My brother needs the PC for schoolwork. Have a great rest of the stream. Alright, yo. Thanks for hanging out, Dragon. It was nice seeing you, man.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, in role-playing games, the story sometimes changes based on the decisions of the players and the results of the fatometer. For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical fail. If you choose to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the fatometer to see whether you succeed or fail,
Both?
and face any consequences
I don't
that
think
may
we can do
follow.
both.
If you choose easy mode instead, every check will be successful by default, and you won't have to worry about...
Oh, we're using this crap again? I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing easy. I hate these. It made Lynette's hangout be a 3.5 hour affair because I kept getting the wrong numbers. Listen, I'm pretty sure this is like
Given
Dungeons and
that
Dragons.
I'd
I
like
have
to
never
focus
played
on the
before. It seems a
story,
lot like it.
I suppose
So
I should pick
people would like.
easy mode.
Yeah,
I'd
I can
feel
see
bad
people
if I
would
brought
like
the team
authentic.
down by failing
I'll
my
pass.
checks.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
Huh? Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. RNG is the lifeblood of never knowing what you might have to
I'd rather be mentally prepared for what might happen.
Farine is not a degenerate.
All right, then I'll mark down Farina for easy mode.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I'm not dealing with the stupid
No need to worry about the
numbers.
pesky fatometer. Pretty good choice if you just want to rely.
Honestly, I don't think Clorinde would make things too difficult for us.
No.
Well, anyway, enough talk. Let's
Wait, what's
get started.
Laney gonna do?
I want to experience at least
You're
a good
just saying
chunk
Mama
of
didn't
the
raise
story
someone who
today.
goes easy? No, Mama did. Yeah.
Speaking
Like,
of the story,
when it comes to those,
why
like, yeah.
is the beginning?
Well, that's a long time ago. Back when human
Oh, she looks
civilization was
sick.
still in its infancy. Powerful demons and evil sorcerers ruled over the
Alright,
land.
boys, we got this.
They created a host of monsters and sent them to slaughter all humans in existence. Soon, a group of human rebels banded
This
together.
quest is actually sick.
With their
It's sick.
swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction.
Hello? Oh, cutscene. Let's
Some
go.
time later, as a member of the Marechaussee Hunters, you receive a commission. Following the address provided on the message, you take a boat. And as you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity, but you do take note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place. Your eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow
You're all Marechaussee hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade and helpful neighborhood
love the
businesswoman on the
designs.
side. What say you to traveling together? We can help.
Okay,
Let's do it.
count me in.
Yo, Laney looks sick. I love the eye patch.
My name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marechaussee hunter and later.
Is this where you introduce?
Sounds like they've done this a couple
My
times.
name is Farina, and I grew up in a noble family. I always had a strong interest in performance and the arts.
Hey, you can do it, Farina. That's exactly how it's done.
Let's go.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marechaussee hunter right here.
Paimon is Paimon.
I've been studying medicine ever since I was a child. I want to do my part to eradicate these monsters and use what I've learned to heal others.
Oh, welcome, welcome. When we face the monsters, I'll make sure to charge in front to give
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads,
go.
To the honorable and trustworthy Marechaussee hunters, our kingdom is currently facing a grave crisis. The lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces of wickedness. We beseech you, please help us resolve this crisis and return
I'm not
peace and
supposed to speak?
stability to our home.
Huh. The layout of this city looks super familiar. It kind of reminds Paimon of Monster.
The scriptwriter must have used a real-world city as a reference when...
As experienced hunters, the layout of the city reminds you of places once traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined streets and the gentle tranquility of days gone by. Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be little more than an empty shell. Its hollow gates are open to you.
I carefully read every line of the letter and turn
No,
my
wait, her?
attention to the
Dude,
signatures
he's
at the
speaking a
bottom.
lot.
Who
First the
issued
Archon
this
quest, now this
commission to
quest.
us?
You see a long string of unfamiliar names. it would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this
In that case, why don't we take a walk around the city and
We
see
got
if we
this.
can learn anything from
We're
the
gonna take
local
some dubs here.
residents?
Oh, good idea. We might be able to get some leads
This
on
is
the
sick.
monsters
I'm gonna
and
keep
bad
saying
guys
it.
we're after.
This quest is actually sick. Having something where it's not necessarily like, oh, we need help, we need you to solve this, instead of like, yo, we're gonna hang out with the boys. You know what I mean? And have a good time. Like, that is a cool character quest. And see a side of her that we haven't seen before.
You
Hopefully
look
she gets
up
pissed off.
and see a tavern nearby.
Dude,
It appears to
Venti
be
is
open for the
born
day.
for this. Can you imagine if Venti was at the table? Like, just drunk and having a great time? Dude, there's some people that really could have a great game going on here, but Navia seems like she's just trying to cause some trouble. You know, Venti would just be having a blast. Like, those would be the two duo that, like, oh my god, that'd be perfect. That'd
Why
be so much
don't we go
fun.
check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually full of information.
Alright, let's see. Let's see if you're right. Watch him pop up. Watch him pop up. This is sick.
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
Do you know where Venti is? Wait, now there's someone else? Diluc and Kaya? Dude,
Greetings,
I can see
friend.
Diluc popping up in this
Lovely
still.
weather we're having today, don't you think?
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right. The weather today is quite lovely.
But stop
If
causing
only
trouble.
those monsters...
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer. If we keep
Dude, I hope
asking
Farina gets my
questions,
confidence from this
we
and kind of
might be able
enjoys
to
it.
get some good
Because this
leads.
would be perfect for her. Like, she would love this. Alright, I'm gonna sit real weird. I love sitting like this. I don't know why. I guess you can't see it. I got my knees up. It's kind of like how L sits and what's it called, Death Note. It's actually, like, kind of comfortable.
Oh, come now, don't be sad. Life is all about optimism. Oh, that reminds me. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
It's so random. What did you eat this morning?
Huh?
Yeah, like, what?
I don't think that's the kind of question we're supposed to ask.
Bro, she's just out here trying to cause shit.
Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could make you some.
You didn't even take cooking as one of your skill proficiencies.
That's not necessary,
This is
miss.
such a good group.
Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef.
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine.
Oh, shade.
Hey, did she just... Huh? Me?
Clorinde must have broke character for a second.
Dude, Clorinde's about to, like, kick her ass. Bro, she knew that was gonna happen, too. She's like, she's just gonna cause trouble. She's just gonna cause trouble. That's exactly what she's doing. I can guess what Frida had for breakfast. Oh, we all know what she had for breakfast. Some macaroni.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you can think of something.
Yo, I hope that comes up. We ask her. Alright, I like to do an insight check to see what's causing trouble. No, I wanna troll. I don't wanna
The
be
results
serious.
of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one consulting the photometer.
Wait, I thought I'm on easy. Oh, so she does it every time and it's just
You
instant
recall
dubs?
all the lessons you've learned in your time, and begin to carefully observe the woman's mannerisms.
She's freaked out.
You notice that when she's quiet, she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place
When
far,
she speaks, she
far
often
away.
subconsciously reaches out.
And when she
touch
speaks,
the
she
ring on her
often
left hand.
subconsciously
A
reaches out.
husband?
So you noticed. A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure. All I know,
Do you know where he was sent?
it all happened so fast. When we said our goodbyes, he couldn't even tell me where they were sending him.
You have our thanks, friend. We'll find and defeat those monsters as soon as possible. We
Thank you. Don't worry. We'll find him. Just try to remain optimistic and wait for good news. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things, like what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day, you too will...
As a delicious dessert. Dude, all Navi thinks about is dessert.
You bid farewell to the
Or
woman,
was it macarons?
and continue
Or what is
your
she like?
journey
Are they
further
desserts?
into the
What are
city.
they? Wait, sorry, are you assuming?
As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet.
Oh.
A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look.
I'll buy something
You
for
get
you
the
if you're nice
impression
to
that
me,
he's
bro.
someone
Like,
who has long gotten used to
give
the
me-
sight before him.
give me the good customer service, and I'll give you my money.
Although he doesn't seem very...
Pardon me,
Bro,
sir.
I didn't mean to skip.
I'd like
I thought
to
I was
ask
gonna
a question, if I may.
have all the words come out.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about this much?
He just flips him off.
What do you
This
take me
much.
for? Some lowly beggar? You can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
Surely an onion can't be that expensive.
Bro, Clorinde's
Right?
voice, dude. I know. I was thinking, that voice sounds so weird. Like, what voice actor they do with that? And I realized it was Clorinde's voice, like mimicking it. I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good.
What do you know? War is nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before. If you're not gonna buy anything, then scram.
Dude, this must have been a ton of fun for them to record.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
Persuade him? Oh yeah, you can persuade him, but like I feel like we should have some fun with this, and I feel like a good performance would be nice.
A performance?
Oh, get in
I've
there.
never played a
You got
role-playing
this.
game like this before, but even I can tell that suggestion is pretty far-fetched.
Come on, you need some confidence. This thing is
Is a
perfect for
performance
you.
check real? By
Oh?
the harbor's grace, a lone boat lies in rest. Let the moon
go.
give chase, for here begins our quest. In the dark of shadow, our heroes seek to find where creatures born of evil weave their grand design. Blocked the road does stand, such is our hunter's plight. Yet with sword and courage in hand, they march forth to pierce the night.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And we got the dub. Let's go. It's because we're both on easy mode. Yeah, +6. So we're always gonna win that.
I don't recall asking for a bardic song. Don't expect me to give you any coin. But if you meant what you sang, and you are indeed some kind of hunter, then by those monsters
got
are
this.
camped outside the city. And they've been destroying all our trade. We have limited reserves within the
Maybe
city.
we should have done
So if this
authentic.
continues.
Maybe we
we're
should
all
have done
gonna be in big
authentic.
trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies?
We could all starve, and those nobles in the palace wouldn't. Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
That is concerning.
Can we play this multiple times?
Yeah, all right. I think I've said more than enough. Be on your way now.
Be on your way now, scram.
Got it. Thank you.
Don't mind him, Farina. He just doesn't have enough taste to appreciate your art.
Yo, good shit, Paimon. Hells yeah.
No, I was just thinking about how those nobles must be so cold-hearted. It's like they don't care about their people.
Alright, we got this. Where are we going? Oh, over here.
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
Oh, how about the city square? Follow me.
Over here?
Before you
where's the
lies the
fountain?
city's central square. You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low. He doesn't seem to notice your approach, Still immersed in his own thoughts, he shakes his head.
Let's
This
troll
guy
some more.
seems promising enough. Maybe I can get some information out of him.
Yo,
Hello, sir.
we should be able to play this
Is
multiple
there
times.
anything I
If there's
can do to
multiple
help
endings
you?
and multiple different things you can do. Yo, Clorinde is killing it.
Wait. Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marashose hunter!
Dude, she's doing so well.
You recognize us? Ah, are you one of the people who wrote the commission letter?
Yes, yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come. Oh, what great news! The city is saved!
We're saved. Let's go.
What happened here?
Sing a song for Rina perform. So that's what I'm going to be doing every time I have the option.
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free of monsters. The first Marashose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, he was the one who drove them back. However, monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power.
Wait, any city chance of peace? Now we got this.
Are there
Rina, I
not
choose
enough
you.
soldiers to drive them out?
It's not a question of numbers. The guards simply have no idea how to deal with them. Most
that's why
people
we're
my
here,
age
to
have
show
never
us to
even
the
seen one of
monsters.
the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marashose hunters anymore. When I was a child, though,
Time
my
for Farina
grandfather
to
would
put
tell
on a
me
little play
stories
to
about how the
explain what we
Marashose
are.
hunters drove back the monsters. So, on the off, to be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall
I
tales.
finally know that
But
it was
now
true.
that I-
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marashose hunters are on the case.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His eyes begin to well with tears of relief.
Now let's troll.
Still,
Come on,
if
give us
we
an
are
option.
going to hunt the monsters, we need to know where to find them. Can you give us any leads?
All I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous. I'm afraid I can't point you toward a specific location. Oh, although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monsters.
I see.
Cool.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The monsters
Evil
outside the city are
sorcerers?
just part of the problem. There
Let's
are evil
go.
sorcerers inside this. They're actively working with the monsters and have
Oh, this is gonna be
corrupted the court
fun.
ministers with malicious magic. They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I feel bad for him.
I could
Maybe
cook
we
something
should
I
try
don't
to
have
cheer
cooked.
him up.
This is just
Huh?
Farina.
Like, now? Is this really the right time?
I
Yep.
appreciate your kindness, but for now, it's more important to focus on the task at hand. Brave hunters, I leave the future of this kingdom to you.
Every chance I get, I'm picking Farina. Or Navia. If the right occasion calls for it,
If I understood
Navia.
correctly, there are currently two
'Cause
problems
she wants to
in the
troll
kingdom that
too.
need solving, right?
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
But which problem should we tackle first?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me know.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like
I
that.
feel like it's fine.
I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well,
we
Clorinde
would
said
sing
the
a
script
song.
took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marashose hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities.
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but
Paimon wants to know too. The hunters were super powerful,
I want to get back
right?
to the game, not
Were
gonna
they
lie.
all from a special line of supernatural beings or something?
No. All Marashose hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set
Special
them apart
sword
were
techniques?
the special sword techniques passed down
Is
over
this
the centuries.
Demon Slayer?
Huh?
Oh.
So you mean anyone could become a Marashose hunter?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monsters.
And then you become a Hashira.
Still, most people dropped out at the early stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person. To become a hunter, you must be...
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly?
Demons.
Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life?
The land of Fontaine once played
They
host
were
to
called
an
Upper
ancient
Moons.
dynasty known as Remuria. After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear, intent on obstructing humans from establishing a new social order. One of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems. He sought to
Oh,
use
didn't we
that
learn
force
about
to
all this in
establish
that new
himself as king.
area?
Now, wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet. So,
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter?
Wait.
So
but
we already
those
know about all
people are
this.
From my master?
by master?
Someone you know?
Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Clorinde
Oh, so
over
they're
to
childhood
play,
friends?
but
That explains a lot.
Let's not get off topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors fought. Yet, as Fontaine
We
entered
already
an
kind
era
of got
of
this
peace,
story, though.
their work gradually became obsolete.
Ah, I see. That explains...
Is that really a bad thing, though? It can get tough, always.
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. If the name of the organization
speaking of investigations, which problem should we tackle first? Monsters or evil sorcerer?
Evil sorcerer.
I vote monsters. That's the main duty of the hunters, right?
But
We can
wouldn't
come
the evil
back to the
sorcerers
sorcerer later.
make more evil monsters? You know what I mean?
Well said, Miss
Like the
Farina.
sorcerers
Plus,
are
if the
these
sorcerers
swords.
really are the masterminds behind this
Yeah.
whole thing, defeating the monsters could give us some clues on their intentions as well.
Or we'd be on their radar.
What about you, partner? What do you think? I mean, you're not wrong. But those characters are usually the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes. We don't want a total party kill on the first day,
Bro,
right?
I'm a medic. I got us.
Clorinde as the GM, I wouldn't rule out the possibility. Then it's settled.
All right.
Boo.
After some discussion, you decide to turn around and head out of the city.
Alright. We got this. As we're going after the monsters. It would be cool if they add in some other characters.
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
You there, outsiders, halt!
Who's there?
One
An
of the
armored
guards.
man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build and a determined expression in his eyes. Just one look, and you can tell he's fought in his fair share of battles. Although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his uneven gait and the sweat dripping down his
Ooh.
forehead make
I'm a
it
medic, I can
obvious
help
that
him.
I'm the captain of the guard. I saw you sneaking around the city earlier. State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Don't be a dick. I'll heal you.
Wow, it's been a while since...
I said talk, not whisper between yourselves.
Have you ever...
Mara should
Or,
say
instead of healing
hunters.
them, we have Farina sing a
That
song.
fairy tale, you mean? What, you expect me to believe you're one of them?
Sad. I think that would do more for him. I'd like to do a medicine check to see if I can help him. We're counting on you, Navia. I'd like to do an insight check. No, we'll do medicine. I have to draw a card. Oh, it's useless. See, I would have lost on that. It would have been so annoying.
Using your knowledge of medicine, you're able to deduce that the injury on his calf was a monster's doing, and the wound has already...
I'm a doctor by trade. Please, let me...
The man appears somewhat disgruntled at having been exposed, but soon relents. He allows you to apply a poultice of specialized medicine to
Let's
the wound,
go.
and it appears to bring him much relief. The tension in his brow eases. Oh, right. Guess you lot might actually be real Marachose hunters after all. In any case...
Do you know where we can find the monsters? or the...
He informs you of the various
Yeah, he's gonna
locations
know it all.
where
He's
monsters
running
have
the show.
appeared. He looks in that general direction with a pained gaze. Some of our new recruits have never even dealt with a petty thief, and now they're out there fighting monsters.
Oh, please, sir. Don't get too worked up. You need...
Hearing you say that, a glimmer of hope flashes in his eyes. Those monsters aren't easy to deal with, but if you insist, I just hope all the guards will be able to come back to their families alive.
Alright, we got this.
Based on what the captain said, the monster should be right up ahead. Let's
Oop,
go.
here we go.
Hopefully we're not too late.
As you approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying by the side of the road.
I'm gonna go to sleep now. Alright, Muffins.
appear to be
you have a good
dressed
night,
like
man.
guards.
Thank you for hanging out.
Their faces
Possibly
are filled
see you
with
tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a
desperation
fun
and
stream. I feel like I'm
terror.
gonna be streaming for a lot
Some
tomorrow
are
again.
screaming
Not
and
too much,
cursing
but
in vain, as
maybe
if still
a little bit
trying
longer
to
than what
banish
we
the
did today.
monstrosities they saw from
But
their
yeah,
minds.
after this, I'll end the stream. After this quest, I'm in.
A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back, they yell.
Alright, let's see. Tomorrow depends on how something... Oh, depends on some things, but if I can, I'll be there. Alright, awesome. Hey, if you can, it's all good too, man. I appreciate whenever you're here. And never feel bad if you can't make it. It's all good. But yeah, again, I really hope you have a great night, man, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out, as always. It's always been a pleasure. I'm loving this quest, too.
This
See you,
is the
Muffins.
place he mentioned, right?
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and downed trees riddled with terrifying
Ooh.
claw marks. All the
wolf?
signs point to one thing. A truly devastating battle just took place here.
What if it's the wolf?
Be on your guard, everyone. The monsters might still be around.
Before you can finish your sentence, you hear rustling sounds from the surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged.
Do any of us know how to fight in this party, though? All the skills we got, I don't think anyone had, like, good combat sense.
They close in on you without fear.
I don't think we can
You get
persuade
the
them to go
impression
away.
that, in their bloodthirsty eyes, you're just another meal for them to devour.
A little help here. This thing wants to eat my mind.
Your battle round begins. Now.
Oh no, how does this work? This card. 20, let's go. Big hit, right?
Take this!
Strike a pose!
I don't know how to use any of these characters. We're just gonna have a go.
Get this show on the
Skill
road.
and burst everything.
The next battle round begins now.
Coming at ya! Fire!
There we go.
Well, with rocks. Haha!
Yo, what would
The
happen if I
monsters
didn't?
let out a terrifying roar of
pick the
anger
right
and
card?
resentment before dissipating into thin.
Ugh. Thank goodness it's over.
We're lucky the Marashose Hunter class came with all those preset skill points.
What if I would have let them
Otherwise,
just kill me? What
we
would
would have
happen
been in
then?
some real trouble.
I never knew the phytometer even determines the amount of damage you inflict.
That's part of the fun.
Just as you begin to celebrate your victory,
All right.
a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
A suspicious lump. Wait, could it...
I walk up to it, crouch down, and begin to carefully examine it. I've still got
Okay.
my right glove on,
I have
so
insight. Would
it should be
insight
fine
work
for me
here?
to touch it, right?
Like, be the right kind of option?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of wood. With the
Okay.
monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits your discovery, poking out of the ground like a shy flower.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
All that for a treasure chest? I thought it was like a bomb. But okay. It is what it is. Alright.
With everyone's help, you successfully excavate the wooden chest from the ground, even without opening it. You can tell from the mora and jewels scattered around the chest that it must contain quite the fortune.
Makes Yes, we worked hard for this. Let's open it. We can share.
I can understand your excitement, Paimon,
Yo, let's
but
go.
think about it.
We rich?
Doesn't it seem like there are
We're
people
rich.
out there who need this treasure more than us?
Yeah, the townspeople.
Think about all the people suffering in the capital. Or all those guards who got hurt fighting.
Wait, is that how it works? Paimon thought since we were the ones to dig it up, we could just take
Paimon
it for
was
ourselves.
born to be a noble. That is for sure.
Well, let's put it this way. Any decision you make during a role-playing game can impact the future course of the...
But would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marcia Say hunters.
That's definitely something we should consider.
We have persuasion on our side.
Maybe we can come up
The only
with an
problem
explanation
is that
in
now he's
advance.
playing authentic, so we needed to hit
Well, if donating
right card.
it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to buy some gear and fill up on good food? Then we'll be ready to fight.
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice. Well, it's getting late.
Wow.
I'm not sure if it's because I'm having so much fun with you all, or because the story is
Here, here.
I'm not sure I'll have enough energy for that.
Yeah, that won't work for me either. Lynette will give me an ear.
I understand how you feel, Navia, but we have to change venues for the next part of the story and...
Huh?
There's a special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to an indoor...
Whoa. They really pulled...
Well, even if we
I
end
wonder
the
why.
game for the day,
That's interesting.
we can still stay a little longer and hear Clorinde finish her story, right? Paimon wants to hear more about the history of the hunters.
Something tells me...
That's just a coincidence, okay? Besides, to Paimon, not finishing free food feels even worse than having to buy her own. And anyway, Paimon really does want to hear more about Clorinde's master.
Well,
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern, but it's... My earliest memories are of living with Master. According to her,
What a heavy beginning for a life story.
Master was a fascinating individual. If inexperienced in the ways of... My first ever toy was a short sword. Although
Explains
I
why she's so good at
suppose it
fighting.
wasn't so much a toy as something Master removed from her waist and handed to a noisy child.
Oh, wait, so she handed an actual sword to a child?
Of course I did. I cut my palm and bled quite a
Damn.
lot. But Master was not concerned. She just... See, that's what you get for not holding the sword properly, she told me. She then crouched down next to me and said, "Give me your hand. I'll teach you to bandage this
No
wound."
wonder she's so strong.
After that,
Excuse me for asking this, Clorinde, but
probably around,
I was
3,
like 5 years
give or
old, not
take.
3.
3?
As I said, Master was rather inexperienced in the ways of raising children.
I'm not so sure this is a question.
I didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did bring me back a pet from Liyue once. It was a Geovishap hatchling.
Is that a joke?
A Geovishap hatchling? For a pet?
What she said was this: make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something, just settle it.
And how old were you when this happened?
4.
5.
Well, did she win?
No, I lost.
So she was a pet.
So you're saying you actually became the Geovishap's pet?
Yes, but only for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat. And we've
That really doesn't sound like the kind of childhood someone should have.
Actually sounds kind of sick.
Later on, I gradually understood that Master most likely didn't know any other way to raise a child. Thanks to her, I learned how to navigate the forest by the age of 6, and could hunt even though the training she subjected me to was strict. She always made sure to take me traveling when she had the time. We met...
I still remember the first time we met. You were too scared to join our picnic and hid behind Ms. Petronia the whole
But yet she
time.
could fight monsters.
I still hadn't really met many children.
After that, though, you started coming over a lot. You loved challenging people to shooting competitions, remember?
I had a lot of fun during those days.
I enjoyed them too. Oh, we tried to pretend like we never heard anything, but you nearly let it slip that
Protector of justice. Oh, wait, you mean That vigilante hero from...
Yep, that would be her. She often would put on a black
That's
cloak and go
sick.
out at night. I never knew where she went or what she was doing.
Her mom's
Until,
Batman.
like Navia said...
20 years ago, huh? I still remember the guard...
My apologies.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. You had nothing to do with it. Although, calling herself the protector of order was a bit much. Especially when she...
Huh? When did the Protector of Justice become the...
Oh, she had a bunch of code names. I heard later on, she probably got sick of answering those questions and decided to stick to...
That sounds like her, all right. I bet she forgot which of the two she'd used by the time...
Well, she certainly sounds like a fascinating and...
It's true. I always wanted to become like her. Someone powerful.
That's actually really cool.
But-
Playing a really cool game, and then learning this awesome story.
She suddenly disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
Disappeared? What happened?
Aww.
I have no idea. She didn't even leave a note. That night, I was celebrating my birthday at Navia's house. But Master never came to pick me up. When she still didn't appear after a few days, I went to Mr. Callus's house to...
Papa probably didn't know either. I know he sent a few people to investigate the matter and...
Don't worry, I understand. To be perfectly honest, given Master's personality and way of doing things, it all made a lot of sense. Just like how
Or...
I was at first, but not anymore. I don't believe...
Well, despite everything, you still managed to follow in her footsteps and become the greatest champion duelist in all of Fontaine. You're practically a living symbol of law and justice.
I suspect my position would be far too by the books for her. Master always did whatever she pleased.
It would be cool if she was
Clorinde had such
a
an
bit more
interesting past.
outside the
I
lines.
never had the chance to... I wonder... if Clorinde's master were the champion duelist back then... Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Clorinde and Navia are probably thinking something similar.
Well, anyway. Would you look at the...
I had a great time today.
Anytime.
The script was good, but
So far, the
I
first
got
part of
to
this is
say,
sick.
You should tell us more about that fight against the Geo-Bishop sometime.
You...
What does she mean, on to something? I certainly don't know any 5-year-olds who want to fight. Guess I'll head back as well. I need to save my energy if I...
You're that excited to hear about my fight with the bishop?
I was talking about the script.
What's the next part? 8 to 10 the next day. Let's do it. Tomorrow, 8 to 10. There we go. Alright, so we defeated the monsters, so now it's just learning the rest of her story and then also the evil sorcerers. Where do we go, though? 'Cause it's supposed to be inside. What are we doing up here? What are we doing up here? Let's see. Whoop. Alright, Mr. Crab. Thank you. Thank you. Hilly Chill, we're friends now, don't worry. What's this? I want the oranges. Give me a second. I want the oranges. Alright, so we're going into a domain. So how does this kind of end things?
Looks like everyone's here. Now, before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off yesterday? There was an important decision to be made, yes? I'll pour
I say give
everyone
it to the people.
Is that really the most important part, though? Heavy walls, cold railings, dim lights.
At this point, I think they're doing so
admire the work
bad
put
they
into the
won't
set.
care. They
Still,
won't even ask the
it's
question.
obvious the
You know what I
scriptwriter
mean?
has never...
So the set...
Unfortunately, that is something I can neither confirm nor deny.
Because chances are, if they think it's stolen, they're gonna think it's stolen from the nobles, and they don't like the nobles. So
Anyone think Clorinde...
Well, whatever happens, we'll just have to push on. But first, if we're worried about arousing suspicion because of our identity, why don't...
Yeah, it might be better to keep a low profile.
Staring at me won't get you anywhere.
Paimon's... Why aren't you saying anything, Navia? Wait,
Oh, this is the short sword Clorinde mentioned last night. I found it.
Huh. I'm surprised you managed to track it down after all this time.
Well, I made sure to take good care of it, considering the circumstances. And anyway, where were we? Oh, right. I was just thinking about all the potential ways for us to break out of prison. We could dig a tunnel, or try to bribe the guards.
Wait, we haven't been thrown into prison yet, have we?
Well, it's only a matter of time. It pays
That's
to
true.
be prepared.
That is true.
Just like how you should always have an umbrella.
All right, Paimon's made up her mind. Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow, Paimon will be too upset to enjoy her.
So,
Paimon's developing
you
as a
reached an
character.
agreement? All right then. We can
Yo,
continue
let's
with
go.
the story.
Paimon character development.
Oh, and we'll collect all the scattered pieces of treasure on the ground as well.
All right. You collect the treasure and make your way back to the capital with your bag of loot in hand.
Here we go. Here we go.
The city is still shrouded in a gloomy, oppressive in places where sunlight struggles to reach. You generously share your wealth with the children, the elderly, and
Thank you, kind.
the elderly woman's look of gratitude follows you as you walk away, her eyes never leaving your back until you move in time.
She's probably trying to tell us to speed this up.
Should we go find that man again at the square? He seemed like a pretty responsible guy.
Oh, could it?
Just as you start
Not sure
to
about
make
that.
way to the square, intent on finding the man again,
Oh, what's this?
please wait, distinguished guests.
Let's
Several
see.
strange guards suddenly call out to you. They run forward to meet you and proceed to politely pay their respects.
Good sir.
Greetings, gentlemen. Are we being invited for afternoon tea?
Surely you jest, my lady. That would not be our place. It is His Excellency the King who requests to meet with you.
Alright, let's see what it is. What if they're the evil sorcerer? Oh, that's something to think about.
Do you think this could be a trap?
Well,
Hopefully
we
not.
have to investigate the court at some point, right? Meeting the king himself would...
I say we go for it. If something happens, we'll just turn the whole place upside down.
Love the way she thinks.
That sounds
I love
a
the
little
way she thinks.
intense.
After a quick discussion, you nod to the guards and agree to follow. Gilded tables line both sides of the hall. The space itself is adorned with all manner of expensive antiques, glass shelves, and silver
Wow.
The elderly king, clad in a magnificent robe, he wears above his head a
As his
majestic crown
people are poor.
with a gemstone the size of a bird's
not a good
egg
look, bud.
set right at the very... A man dressed in dark clothes, likely a minister, shields his mouth with his hands and bends down to whisper. After a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back up.
The king does not appear entirely aware of his surroundings.
The king remains still and says nothing.
Maybe he's sick?
Esteemed guests, allow me
Maybe
to
the
thank
Prime
you
Minister
for
is
coming
the
to our
sorcerer.
faraway kingdom. Unfortunately, I've heard tell that your group, the Marechaussee Hunters, used your... However, seeing that I was not fortunate enough to observe such a feat with my own eyes,
Well, we've got nothing to hide.
Alright. We'll see what's gonna
The
happen now.
golem's blades were so powerful, they could cut down trees in a single swipe. It took a... Well, there was enough details, right?
your account does indeed match those of the survivors. Since you were the ones who defeated the monsters, that must...
Well, we did...
How did he know about the treasure?
Then
Uh-oh.
I must ask that you return it at once.
Oh, we did return it, don't
belongs-
worry.
But
we
didn't
returned
you
it.
just say that our great deed deserved a reward? Shouldn't the treasure be
Yes, yes, that was indeed what I said. But you only that which is freely
this
given
guy's
by the king
sketchy.
can be considered a reward.
I don't like this dude.
Taking the rightful wealth of a kingdom without said permission, on the other hand, is a
Took it from the
crime.
monsters, my guy.
But that's completely
And
unreasonable.
then gave it to your people, who are starving and poor.
Yeah, that makes no sense. If it weren't for us, the treasure would still be buried underground.
Maybe
Yeah,
so, yet
screw
the
this guy.
fact remains. You tried to dispose of the treasure without reporting it to the court and without receiving permission, yes?
I say we kill him. He's a
What,
monster.
no answer? Surely you're not insinuating that you, a group of
Well, what about the king?
Clad in his magnificent robe, the king remains seated, with his hands resting on either side
even
of
alive?
the throne. His posture is rigid and unmoving.
From the look of things, could the Prime Minister...
I would like to observe the number of guards.
The guards in the palace appear fully armed, their expressions solemn. Sensing the tense atmosphere in the room, they stand at the ready, each with a hand placed.
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down, I guess.
It appears we've been visited by nothing more than a group of
Navi's ready to
ill-intentioned
ransack the place. I love it. She's the
What
best.
a pity. Guards, take them away and throw before I decide
Everyone's
your
like,
fate, however.
maybe the Prime
I must
Minister is the evil
first
sorcerer.
determine
And
whether
Navi's
you
like,
have
you know
any
what? Let's like ransack this
accomplices
bitch.
outside
Let's
the
just
court.
steal as much as we can and dip. Screw this guy. I like where Navi's at.
Can't we try to slip away?
If I have
Or
an
maybe
option where I
start some
can
kind of riot?
enact that plan, we're doing it.
But
For
if we
sure,
try
we're
to fight
doing
the
it.
guards right now...
Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear.
Thanks, you guys.
I trust Navia. She's a big an expert
You
in these
allow
kind of games.
yourself to be led away
I'm just a
by
mere
guards
novice.
surrounding you on... It's only when you begin to feel drops of
Let's
water
go.
falling from the dungeon ceiling and smell the... Stay here!
A different world.
And don't try... The guards lock the cell door.
Wait,
Okay.
sir!
Wait, can Lainey sneak
Your
out?
voice echoes through the dark hall.
This is where
But the
Lainey's
only
skills are going to come in
response you
clutch.
receive is the sound of water drip.
Carve out a new path of fate with our own two hands.
You reach toward your waist, but find nothing there.
Confiscated,
You now recall
yeah.
that your weapons
Obviously.
What about that knife I hid in my boot?
were... When did you hide it in there?
What about the knife? Oh, what fucking knife?
When I was thinking about digging a tunnel.
You can tell that Clorinde likes to play this like by the rules in like a certain way, and then there's just Navi who's like, yeah, fuck it, and let's just play it the way we want to play it. Like, I brought people in my boot. Like, can I just take them out and have them have me escape? Like, what are you talking about?
Rejected. You failed to inform the GM of this course of action. Moreover, the guards would have conducted a thorough search before throwing you in prison.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be...
Correct. You don't even feel a lock hole on the cell door.
I love their friendship. I really do. Their friendship's awesome.
Well,
Indeed.
Huh?
Well, we have
Why
insight.
aren't you the one saying indeed?
Because that statement holds true for me as well. This is where the script ends.
What? But that's a terrible ending!
Generally speaking, this should be the point where the scriptwriter gives the...
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the feeling of being in prison?
That is a...
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison.
oh, before I forget, Navia, the short sword you had with you earlier.
I guess we're switching stories now.
I took a closer look, and the craftsmanship doesn't appear to resemble anything from this era. If I remember correctly, that style was last in vogue several...
Wait, Clorinde said that sword used to belong to her.
I doubt it. The way she went about things often made her seem childish more than anything.
Hang on. A precious heirloom
Master left many things to me when she disappeared. There was the sword, an old key, and I gave you the sword back then. Because
Wait, when did this happen?
after the duel. Between me...
Oh.
Before that, Clorinde would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. She was on great terms with Papa after the duel, though. There was a period of time where we simply didn't know how to face each other. She entrusted the sword. We were both sad and conflicted whenever I looked at this sword. I couldn't help but wonder. If Miss Pitt back then, it felt like I hadn't just lost a father.
No one can change the past.
They're such good friends.
The most important thing is that you two found your way back to each other and can enjoy things like...
Yep, you're right.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, you two.
Think nothing of it. No one here is at fault.
What was that? Are they actually locked in there? Because it requested that they went into that certain room. See if they're locked in. Maybe this is real.
Looks like the next part of our script is here.
That's interesting.
Perfect timing. From Clorinde's face, Paimon really can't tell if it's good news or bad.
Water continues to drip from the ceiling.
Is it
In
being
this
written as
lightless
we
dungeon,
play?
you lack a reliable way. Eventually, you get used to the unpleasant odor of straw, mold, and rust. Suddenly, you hear footsteps outside the...
Heads up, everyone. Someone's coming.
Gather close, everyone, and keep your voice down.
Ooh, someone's bailing us out. We got someone on the inside.
Who are you?
I work as a guard in these dungeons, but my true identity is the same as your own.
Okay.
I've already sent away the other guards, but
I understand, but how can we be sure we can trust you?
Now we sound like the villagers, the townspeople. They said the exact same
the king
thing.
has issued a formal decree. In light of the irrefutable proof of your crime, you're to be...
Executed?
Monsters appearing at the same location as the
There will be time for speculation once we're out of here. As for infiltrating the capital was
We have
difficult.
nothing to
and
lose.
finding
Might
a
as well
chance
just
to
follow
speak
him,
with
you know what I
has
mean?
taken a lot out of me.
Have you seen our weapons anywhere, sir?
Don't worry, I brought them with me. They're just behind the door. Still, these weapons alone, his faction is too powerful. The guards are all under his control, and he's even stationed to defeat him. You must find a secret vault. It is said that within that vault, the Marashose hunters of the past left behind a treasure with the power to
another
defeat the
treasure.
sorcerer.
Like we're gonna fall for that.
You're
Okay.
not coming with us?
No, I'll remain in the dungeons to deal with the guards. As long as my identity is not revealed, I'll be able to aid you in the final battle.
In that case,
Okay.
Thank you
This
for your
doesn't sound
concern.
fishy at all.
As for the location of the vault, here, this map should lead you there.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, once I open the door, remember to stick close and refrain. You now have the chance to restore the honor and legacy of the...
I hope he just shows us on the
be
map.
sure to
I have to like
exercise
looking
caution.
back and trying
With
to
the help of the guard,
So continue your quest. Alright. Let's do this.
Wait, we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who knows
Awesome,
when we're
so it
gonna
does
get
show
the
us.
chance?
Well, let's go. Let's go.
that is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward.
Let's go. I want the flower. I mean,
shine down.
this thing
Everybody stand back.
could have the treasure.
Nice and split. Rim cutter. Now you
There you
shall
go.
perish.
No. Oh. Wasn't even
This
close.
should be the place.
This bit of rock certainly looks suspicious.
Well, I'd say an investigation's in order then.
Let's go. Kaboom.
Wow, you really...
Before you lies a serene stretch of open water.
Well, guess this means it's time for a swim.
Let's do it. I wonder if this is gonna stay here even after the quest. Is there something over here? Oh, there is. Oh. This looks cool. Are we gonna go find her master?
What's the matter?
It's nothing. As you step into the cave, you find yourself in an...
Let's see. Let's see. Am I supposed to touch stuff on the ground? No.
Wow,
But this door is blocking our way in.
Quite some time. Gotta hand to the tabletop tree if they really want to help the props. I don't think it's about the story. I think
What have we got down
we're
here?
actually finding
A kind of
Claren's
Bottom
master.
on a stone door.
She got a key. There's an old
something
key.
After a long, difficult journey, you finally arrive at the location indicated, but your surroundings are exceedingly quiet and serene. as if the secret that slumbers.
That description
We're doing this for the sake of the people.
Yo,
to
if we're
free
actually gonna
them
go
from the evil
find her
sorcerer.
master,
I say
this
it's
is
time for this
seriously the
treasure
coolest
to
quest.
Lenny's right. We need to keep going. The next part of the story requires us to solve the puzzle, right?
Yes, that should be. Something feels off about all this.
Well, let's see. Yeah, obviously something's off. Oh, I need all of them. There's the third. I really have to wait here.
I found something.
Okay.
Found something here, too.
Alright. Brianna, you gonna find something as well?
Same
Gonna take
here.
our time. This part's kind of lame, I'm not gonna lie. But overall, quest is the dub. Is Lane about to find something else? Do I need more? No, okay, now they work. I was gonna say, I don't know how I was gonna situate. So confusing, this part.
Something just appeared.
By solving the puzzles, you prove yourselves worthy of inheriting the at the end of each puzzle, you're rewarded with
With?
a key.
It's the old key,
It
right?
must be the key to the big door.
Look at the hat. Look at the hat.
This is one of the Marechaussee Hunter keys. That it is said that 4 keys in total are required to form the final, complete key. And it seems like we... Huh? You hear a few strange noises. Suddenly, all the torches in the ruin go out at once.
How do they script that?
What's going on?
For the sake of immersion, please close your eyes, everyone.
Oh, okay. Makes more sense.
Without the
Yo, this
But
is sick.
Paimon can still see a little bit over here. Oh, right. Sorry.
Look at she's covering her eyes now. Bro, she's the
Suddenly,
best.
you
She's
hear
the best.
sound of footsteps.
There's someone else here.
Wait,
You recognize the voice as belonging to the guard who led you to this place. It appears he now covets the treasure for himself.
Oh, so this is just part of the script. Well, if we can't see anything.
Judging by the way he's holding his sword, he must be a real
Retreat!
Uh-oh.
That's not the hunter way.
Uh-oh.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit.
Quine's gonna
This battle will
mess
be in the
him
dark.
up.
You got it!
Well then,
I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
your strike is successful.
Ha! You're facing a veteran Marechaussee hunter. You don't stand a chance.
Okay. Her
Is
normal
he still standing? Goodness,
and her
Is it over?
E seemed cool, but
The
oh
enemy
my
is
god, her
strong
burst.
and relentless.
What about now?
Final strike. Ha!
Oh, well, did we get...
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, that look in his eyes. It's like he became...
Huh? Oh, wait. We're supposed... Speak
Okay.
your name, guard. Is this treasure really more important to you than bringing peace to the kingdom?
What kingdom? What peace? I, Florian, am a true Marashose hunter.
So he's also using his real name. Or, wait, what?
Then I'm even more confused. If you truly are a Marashose hunter,
What do you know? In this day and age, there's no glory to be had as a
What's that supposed to mean?
My
What's
skills
going
were passed
on?
down to me by my father. We lived a life of obscurity in the remote wilderness.
No way he did
Still,
all of this.
He devoted everything he had to being
Just
a
for
martyr.
that.
And what did he get in return? A life of poverty and pain. And the Marashose hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're here.
Is he talking about how no one in the capital seems to remember the hunters and they're like,
So that's why you want to take the treasure for yourself?
if you already knew where the treasure was located, why didn't you just come down here and take it?
Because
In
Only
Clorinde
a
has
true
it.
Marashose hunter is capable as someone who sought to hurt others for his own gain.
Okay, but what is this?
You're sure you...
We've been talking about it for so long, of course.
and we've
They're not
already
getting
defeated
that it's real.
Florian, right?
oh my god.
Watch yourself.
Then let's open the door
I thought she's
together.
trying to like keep the immersion for them. Be like, yeah, it's still a game.
All right. You're...
He's like, brass. She's like, watch it, or I will behead you, bro. I love it.
Before you, the door to the treasure. You hear the shrill wail of the door hinge as it rotates for the first time after years of disuse.
It's open! Come on, let's
Seriously,
go
this
in.
better
Let's
stay
see what's
on the
inside.
map
Ooh, me
afterwards.
too.
That'd be sick. We just pop in the middle.
Uncovering hidden treasure is the most exciting part of adventuring.
A stone tap?
You call this a treasure vault? Looks more...
Maybe the troop ran out of budget at the end?
They provided a super immersive experience at the beginning only to drop the ball at the...
Wait, I get it now.
Paimon.
Huh?
Finally,
This is
picked
it?
up on it.
The Marashose hunter treasure is just a stone slab and some...
Whoa, are you...
The Marashose hunter before you appears to suffer a serious mental breakdown. One of you seems to understand the significance of the treasure already. If the rest of you wish to follow suit,
Okay, what's going on? Is this a memorial? Got all the weapons. We have to go all the way back out here.
so, how are you doing?
What just happened?
Do you remember how you got here?
I remember now. I brought you here because I wanted to... The explosives!
You mean these?
Huh? How did you...
I could tell something was off the moment I stepped into this cave, so I kept...
So the strongest champion duelist in all of Fontaine saved the day once again.
I deserve some answers, don't you think? Everything you said earlier sounded like the truth.
I don't know. I just always felt like there was something in my heart that didn't belong to me.
Okay.
The
This is getting
feelings
good.
about my father
Although
and the
I wish
other
it was about
Marashose
her
hunters
master,
are real.
but
It just wasn't fair. I was angry, bitter that no one remembered them. I don't know when it started, but at some point, my anger came to completely consume me.
But if the treasure was all you cared about, why plant all those explosives?
I can't remember. My head is a mess.
From your description, I suspect you were
Devorator?
what is that?
Oh, your master... your father, I mean. Never talked about it?
No, I've heard of it. I'm just not sure. Wait, it can't be.
The seal?
My family has served as Marashose hunters for many
It's only
generations.
things passed down over the line.
But
There's
my
a seal
father
as well.
instructed me to always watch over that seal and maintain it regularly. He said it had been passed down, but I neglected that duty after he died. I finally decided to come down and...
The Devorator would be a formidable adversary for any mortal being. If you lacked the power to completely destroy it, you could easily
Yo.
fall prey to its influence and corruption. In light of this,
I heard it has the power to amplify the obsessions and desires in people's hearts.
And yet,
One of them belonged to my father. The second I stole from a different hunter. And the third was... I know just how strong you are. It's as clear as day
Yo,
to everyone
he's
in
really
Fontaine.
strong too
I
because
observed you from dusk to dawn, but could never find any opportunity to
stole
sneak up on
from
you.
multiple hunters.
I never even saw you drink a
Yo,
single
Emily, thank you
glass
for the
of liquor.
follow. I really appreciate it. That's insane, though. That just shows how strong he is, because he was able to go against multiple hunters. Now, of course, she's one of the strongest, but
The
still.
only way I could think to obtain that
That
last
just shows
key
how strong she is.
was
She's
to
leagues
lure
ahead
you
of
here
everybody
using
else.
your hobby, and then... Oh, I get it now. That monster, it wanted to...
I won't comment on an...
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into the stories my father used to tell me about the glory of the
I'm good, Emily.
heroic
How are you?
Marechaussee hunters and how they came to be forgotten.
It's more
I still
than
don't know what
just a
that
story.
treasure is. I think it's a memorial, which is interesting.
You're proud to be a hunter. You're still holding onto that part of...
I have done so many despicable things.
Then explain the purpose of the
What kind of
evil
a place to
sorcerer
remember
in your
them?
story. Isn't he the true antagonist? The one who sought nothing but his own gain, and used the people as pawns to attain it?
But I've already tainted my sword. I no longer have any right to...
Wake up, Florian. Remember how you introduced yourself earlier? Do you really think the hunters acted out of a desire for honor and glory? Or to be loved and acknowledged by the people? What did your father teach you about our order?
I was hoping this was going to have more to do with
You do not wield
her
your
master.
sword for yourself,
That'd be
but to
cool.
protect those you serve. There's nothing special about a blade. It's the intent. Do you still not understand?
I'm just doing Claren's
Even after
character
seeing
quest.
the treasure for yourself? But
You're right. I am a Marechaussee
Yo,
hunter.
redeem? Bro,
It's time for me to redeem.
quite the redemption
I
arc ahead of
wouldn't
him.
be so quick to push aside the need for redemption.
Any other streaming stuff on your stream? Emily, you, I kind of have it on the, you go to message. There's, no selling of anything, so... Sorry, but you are banned. Bye-bye. Okay.
I know. That's a charge I won't bother to defend myself against.
Good. Then, come with me. And help me see the script
She's
through to
an
the end.
awesome person, because I mean, to sit there and like have him try to kill her and her friends, set this whole thing up, and then like still kind of be there for him and still kind of give him the benefit of the doubt and be positive about it.
Huh?
She's incredible.
See the script through to the...
She's incredible. Look at
Never
she still
finished it, huh?
she still loves it. She's like, yo,
No, I mean, I wrote the script with the sole purpose of luring you all here.
Then we'll just have to keep writing it.
she's just in
The
love with the
evil
story.
sorcerer
That's
still
all she
needs-
wants.
You mean the Devorator? Are you saying I have to make up the rest of the script as we go along?
Is that really so hard? You've all...
You aren't afraid your party will fall into danger?
Well, they already went into a cave that was going to explode.
I know what my
so-
friends are capable of. And they're all quite skilled.
Then, are you going to tell them the truth about all this?
I don't intend to spoil the fun.
All right, let's get back to it. I kind of want to know what this treasure is. Oh, what is that on the mini map? What is that, like, hand? That's weird.
They're back!
That took a while.
Ahem! My
There
fellow
we go.
Marechaussee hunters,
see
please
his
forgive me,
performance.
for I have sinned.
Tone it down.
After crossing swords...
Oh,
Oops.
do I smell a redemption arc?
I knew it! Yes, go! Redemption arc!
I confess, I was brainwashed by the evil sorcerer. He asked me to lure...
Little... Wait,
Amazing.
That's right. He's adept at manipulating the hearts and minds of the people. I fell under his influence because I did not possess a strong enough sense of...
and how are you going to prove that you're a changed man? We're not going to fall for the same trap.
To be perfectly honest, I only came to my senses after seeing the treasure. It reminded me of my father's past teachings. The treasure was...
The names of all the Marashose hunters from ages past and their weapons?
Wait, you already know?
Of course. Don't underestimate a veteran role player's exploration skills. Oh, wait.
We just finished reading through the content of the stone tablet.
That
Oh, okay,
tablet
what is this?
recorded the lives of some fascinating people. For example, this Marashose hunter called Est.
So this is how they can be remembered.
She inherited the responsibilities of the Golden Hunter and passed judgment on many people. But in private, she had a very...
So, she was just like...
Oh, you really think so?
Aww.
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose I also have a few things in common with this. Working as an executioner, he supposedly used a countless number of tricks to confound his enemies in battle.
Their lives
This
were
is
all
sick.
so exciting. You could write so many cool books about their accomplishments.
Because they chose to be. To hunt monsters that only appear in the shadows, you must also operate in the dark.
Like Batman.
To be a Marashose hunter is to willingly give up on wealth.
Then this stone tablet must have been left behind by their companions.
That's right. Few Marashose hunters ever revealed their identity to the public. They always protected the city from the shadows. The only time they spoke of their accomplishments would be at night, when they gathered with their fellow hunters in front of the bonfire to share stories.
So, this tablet was created not so that the hunters would be remembered by the people.
No wonder this place was so
Oh,
well
that's
hidden.
so amazing.
You regard the stone tablet in solemn
Her master's gonna
silence.
be on it.
The names of your... The tablet proves that, although a hunter walks a shrouded path, it is not a solitary one. Their legacies shall continue to be passed down from generation to generation.
Father, you once told me that I should seek out the treasure. Thank you, my friend. I implore
This
you,
is
everyone.
awesome.
Well,
Sounds good to me too. Everyone...
I have no objections, but
I'm not
Mr.
gonna lie, though, I'm
Florian,
looking forward to
do
the
you
end of this
even know
because I'm
how
starving.
to defeat the evil
And I'd love to
sorcerer?
get some dinner.
When he took over my mind, I gained some insight into his thoughts.
Huh? He's afraid of the
what if the secret's a GM?
Let's go. No way that they have that not be a
At
success.
first glance, the weapons appear absolutely ordinary. But as these blades have slain countless monsters, though it's been a long time since they were used in battle, they're...
So basically, take these with us, right?
I'll take this weapon, since it used to belong to Est. Maybe it'll find comfort in being held by someone who appreciates the arts.
Ah, good idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then. From one archer magician to another.
Yo, we get a 5-star
gonna
weapon.
pick a cool weapon too.
We get a 5-star.
As you grip your weapons, you can almost feel the will of past hunters coursing through your being.
Mr. Florian, do you know where to find the evil sorcerer?
I was able to see his surroundings when our minds were connected. I believe he's currently We must be extremely careful. He's spent so long living among monsters.
Then why don't we explore some more and try to find some higher...
No, we have to strike now. He was greatly...
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've
I
got
love
to
how they're
act
still
while we have the
immersed.
advantage.
Yeah, now that we've got a plan, there's no point.
Yes.
Come on.
That's what's called... Yes,
Alright, you...
Mr. Florian?
of course.
Seems like we've caught on though.
He had to set up so many...
Finally, you decide as you walk away.
There we go. Bro, it's insane how much more went into this than the Archon quest and how much longer it is. Alright, let's go. Oh my god, I'm starving. Ironically, I thought the Archon quest was going to be like the highlight of this patch. This quest. By a million. This is one of the better quests I think that they've had in a while. Not saying that the other ones are just awful. Like, the other ones were pretty good. This one's just, like, built different in my opinion.
Finally, You arrive at
It's
the
so
church
creative.
Florian described. As you approach, an ominous aura.
How strange.
Now,
How did
it
they
is
manage
time
that?
for the final battle.
Let's go.
We're gonna battle it for real.
Florian, wait.
What's wrong?
I think you should wait outside. You've already... I don't think...
That's exactly why I have to go. Yes.
That's too risky. If things get out...
I understand. But if I do that, the Devorator will have a hard time passing
Bro,
up a
you have
chance
to
to
have your
enter a
redemption arc,
body it
not
knows how to
sacrifice
control.
yourself.
You won't have to... You're not like me, Miss Clorinde. You're a just and powerful Marechaussee hunter. The monster... This is... Consider it a duel to restore my honor. My only request...
Then, as a champion duelist, I hereby accept your request for a duel, and extend to you my most sincere regards. The battle is now upon us. Let the Devorator once again tremble under...
I need these flowers. Why? Because they're cool. That's why. It's the real reason why you loot. It's because it's cool or it's pretty. Alright, let's do this. Our 15th domain of this quest.
Huh?
Cool cutscene. I wasn't sure we actually had to fight it ourselves. I think the cutscene's cooler. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Fight. Oh, it's one of these dudes?
So lifelike.
I thought Navi just jumped straight in. Are we actually gonna use elements? Is Travel gonna remember he has elements under his control? Navi should have been the MC. I'm not gonna lie.
Why is nothing working?
This foe is not invincible. You hold the treasure. The power to defeat it in your own two hands.
The treasure? You mean... The names.
Yo.
It's the Marechaussee hunters' names.
How are we supposed to...
You forget, Paimon? There's still one skill we saved until the very end.
Hunters
Summon.
fight not for fame, but to aid
Yo.
the people whenever they are summoned.
Walter the Marechaussee Hunter, master of 1,000 tricks, executioner of the Phantom Hunters. I call for aid!
No way.
Est, the Marechaussee Hunter, inheritor of Cassiodor's will, judge of the Shadow Hunters. Answer my call!
Yo.
Petronia, protector of justice and order. The hunter I respect the most. Thank you for saving my friend, the best one I'll ever know. Please, lend us your strength.
No way she gets summoned.
We have come to answer your summons.
I guess that means that her master's still alive. Yo. Holy
And
shit.
so, the monsters were eradicated, and the sorcerer was defeated. Peace soon returned to the capital. Those in the court, some remembered the names of the heroes who saved their kingdom, but others simply continued their lives none the wiser. Such is the story of the Marechaussee Hunters. They will always protect the city, and those within it, even should all memory of their accomplishments be forgotten by the very people they serve.
I am assuming we finally reached the end of this.
Yes,
That was awesome.
you've reached
That
one
was
of the
sick.
better endings.
That was so cool.
It's a pretty solid
One of the
story
better
overall.
endings. Like,
We
bro.
thought it was just an ordinary adventure at first, but the further we got into it, that final battle is special. Oh, right.
It's super realistic.
totally.
Ah, that's a really good point. I never.
Yeah, mine nearly scared the daylights out of me when it started glowing. Oh, we should probably give these props back.
Did you have a good time?
Of course.
You're having a good time.
Let me know if another script like this comes around.
Sure, no problem.
Then I'll head back for now.
Grant's like, I don't know if I can
think
handle
I
another
need
one of
some
these.
time to fully digest everything. Once Mr. Florian is awake, please pass on my regards to him.
You're right. He's had a lot to deal with.
Well, see you all some other time.
Bro, just sleep on the ground. He's just out.
Okay, so, can I ask now,
I think it should be fine. Yeah.
what in the world was going on
Yo,
back
poor
there?
Farina.
So you...
That time in the cave when you told us to close our eyes?
That's so
It'd be
sweet.
weirder if we didn't notice anything.
That they like protected Farina and let her think it was all a part of it.
I was dying of curiosity the entire time. I mean, you did a pretty bang-up job of pretending nothing had gone wrong.
Guess none of us wanted to be the one to break the illusion.
What are you all talking about?
Oh, Jesus, Paimon.
Oh, wait. Don't tell me Paimon never... No, this is all my fault. It's not too late to cover your ears. Here,
Bit late for that.
You're saying everything that...
It's probably more accurate to say this was never a real scripted story to begin with.
What?
So loud.
Hey, you! Get up right now and explain yourself!
Bro got possessed twice. His head's pounding. And he has to deal with this. So sorry, my guy.
No shaking, please!
Unbelievable.
Did Paimon just hear that right? It's not nice to lie to people, but Paimon's got to admit
It's a
that
really
was
good
really
story.
good
It was an
story.
amazing story.
It was like watching a magician improvise a spectacular magic trick.
If Paimon knew something was wrong with that bug, she would...
Everything was under control.
as if you've ever described a situation as being out of control.
Guess I'm just used to it.
You
I
must
mean, yeah,
run
with her
into a lot
childhood,
of
yeah.
As for you,
I know there's no excuse for what I did.
I would say you've already suffered more than enough. You may have been blinded by fame and fortune in the beginning, but you'll be far more used to the city above ground than...
But
Of course, you'll still need to take the keys and pay a personal visit to the two hunters you
good luck,
wronged.
bud.
yes,
As far as I'm concerned, though,
Beat the shit out of him.
you're...
then thank you so much, everyone. I'll do my best to prove myself worthy of the second until we meet again.
Speaking of Marashose hunters, what should we do about the treasure in that cave?
Leave it be.
Are you sure? We could show it to people, make it...
No. Every name... I am no exception. My identity as a Marashose hunter...
That's certainly very different from the path of...
Wait! Paimon just remembered something. If there were no special effects involved, why did our weapons begin to...
That's because the Marashose hunters of ages past would often imbue their weapons with special enchantments to suppress the monsters.
Oh, so that's why they
Well, I'm sure the summon...
Oh?
This particular devorator probably hailed from the same era. The names you recited all belonged to the bravest hunters. Countless monsters fell...
So the names held the power of...
Navia,
Oh, so they were for show. It didn't actually
everything
happen.
you said during your summon...
Huh? Oh, I meant what I said. I mean, it was true to my character, so yeah.
I really appreciated those words.
all right,
Oh,
all
they're
right.
so sweet together. Like
Don't
it's
get all
friends.
sentimental on me. Anyway, let's not talk about that.
Amazing
Shut
quest.
off.
10 out of 10. Easily.
I should probably head
I
back
can't
as
remember
well.
another character quest
This story
this
was truly
good.
incredible.
Like,
Goodbye.
probably Farina's. But even then, I like this one a little bit better because it's a bit more unique.
Traveler, should your name indeed...
I suppose the significance would be the
My man's
journey
talking?
itself and the world we helped create. there's
A great answer. I'll remember it. Me? The Marachose hunter says nothing in response to that question. Perhaps her answer lies in her silence. An unspoken vow left to echo through the night. The path she...
Still commentating. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Judgment Day character album? That is sick. But I mean... What a quest. What a quest. Like I said, 10 out of 10. There's a lot of character quests that are just amazing. That one was on a different level.